Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley gives shocking details about who put Todd and Julie in prison. Chrisley has given shocking details about who put Todd and Julie Chrisley in prison. Fans have been wondering who they think is responsible for sending them away. However, Chase has revealed a lot that gives more confirmation into who put their parents behind bars. The truth behind it all is shocking for everyone. There is a lot to unfold and uncover. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Todd and Julie Chrisley locked away for over 2 years. Todd and Julie Chrisley were locked away for over 2 years. However, they were recently pardoned by Donald Trump and let out. They were in federal prison for tax evasion and fraud. However, they still claim that they did nothing wrong and were wrongfully convicted. Fans are not sure what to believe when it comes to this. However, they are out of prison, so what fans think does not determine their future. However, people are slowly finding out that the family lied about things like Todd starving in prison while eating expired food. After he was released, he revealed that he was eating fast food. So a lot of things are not adding up when it comes to the Chrisley family. Chrisley gives shocking details about who imprisoned them. Chrisley has given shocking details about who imprisoned his parents. He was asked if he thought Lindsay and Kyle Chrisley had anything to do with getting his parents locked up. This is what he had to say. He would not even say Lindsay's name. Chase also claimed that Kyle was in the works with the government as well. He was appalled when he heard that Lindsay and Kyle claimed they had nothing to do with sending Todd and Julie away. It seems as though Chase thinks his siblings, Lindsay and Kyle, had everything to do with putting his parents behind bars. It is safe to say that he does not want a relationship with either of them. They showed their true colors, and this is not something Chase wants to be associated with. He was extremely disappointed that they would do something like this. In a jaw-dropping turn of events, Chrisley has finally broken his silence about the mystery that has hovered over the Chrisley family for years, who really put Todd and Julie Chrisley behind bars. And according to him, it wasn't the government or some anonymous whistleblower. Chase claims the betrayal came from much closer to home. The Chrisley family has been under intense public scrutiny ever since Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion in 2022. While they continue to maintain their innocence, serving their respective sentences in separate federal prisons, fans have long speculated that someone close to the family may have turned them in. Now for the first time, Chrisley is naming names. We were stabbed in the back, by our own blood. In an emotional interview released on a special podcast episode, titled Betrayal in the Bloodline, Chase didn't mince words. He took a deep breath before dropping the bombshell. It was someone we trusted, someone who sat at our dinner table, smiled in our faces, and then walked straight to the feds. He continued, his voice shaking with emotion. I believe Lindsay had a major role in this, and I'm done pretending otherwise. Fans of Chrisley Knows Best are familiar with the rocky relationship between Lindsay Chrisley, Todd's eldest daughter from his first marriage, and the rest of the family. She had publicly distanced herself from the show and the family years before the trial and has been entangled in several public feuds with her father. But this is the first time a family member has directly accused her of helping put Todd and Julie in prison. She went to the authorities with everything she knew. Chase alleged that Lindsay shared personal family information, financial records, and damaging testimony with federal investigators during the early stages of the case. She knew where to look. She knew who handled what accounts. She knew enough to paint a certain picture, Chase said. And I believe she was bitter and angry enough to make denied involvement in the past. Chase claims he's seen emails and legal documents that suggest otherwise. There's a paper trail, I've seen it, and it's heartbreaking. Savannah reacts, we always knew it was her. Chase's sister Savannah Chrisley, who has taken on the role of guardian for her younger brother Grayson and niece Chloe while her parents serve time, echoed his sentiments in a separate statement to the media. We've kept quiet out of respect. But the truth is, this wasn't some random legal misstep. This was a targeted takedown, and the call was coming from inside the house. Savannah hinted that she and Chase had long suspected Lindsay of being involved, but had held back out of hope for reconciliation. Now that Chase has spoken up, we're standing by him. We want the truth out there. The fallout. Lindsay responds with fury. In a blistering Instagram live session, Chrisley lashed out at her siblings, denying the accusations and threatening legal action. Chase is a liar. Savannah is a manipulator. They're desperate for attention and spinning fantasies, she said. I didn't put my father in prison, he put himself there. She also accused Chase of fabricating the story to gain sympathy for a rumored new reality show he's pitching with Savannah. They're trying to rewrite history and I won't let them. But fans were divided, many noting Lindsay's previous cooperation with law enforcement during the investigation into Todd's financial practices. Todd breaks his silence from prison. Even more stunning was a handwritten letter from Todd Chrisley himself, released through his attorney just hours after Chase's podcast aired. Chase has finally spoken the truth, the letter read. I protected my daughter Lindsay for years, but loyalty should be a two-way street. She turned on her family, and now the world knows. Todd, who is currently incarcerated in Pensacola, Florida, concluded with a hopeful note. But God sees all, and one day the full truth will come out in court. America reacts. The family is broken. Social media erupted as fans of Chrisley Knows Best expressed everything from outrage to heartbreak. This is like something out of a true crime show, one user tweeted. I always knew something was off with Lindsay's silence. The Chrisley kids are airing their dirty laundry and it's shocking. Several reality TV insiders are now saying the Chrisley family story could soon be adapted into a scripted series or docuseries, focusing on betrayal, legal drama, and redemption. What's next for the Chrisleys? Insiders say Chase and Savannah are currently working on a new reality show concept, possibly titled After the Fall, that would follow their journey as they rebuild their lives, pursue justice for their parents, and try to heal from the internal betrayal. This is about more than TV, Chase said during the podcast. This is about telling the truth and honoring my mom and dad, who don't deserve to be where they are. As Todd and Julie's appeals continue to work their way through the courts, the family drama outside the prison walls is heating up fast. Final thoughts. Today's shocking news has sent shockwaves through the Chrisley fandom and beyond, with Chase Chrisley finally revealing who he believes put Todd and Julie in prison, and naming his own sister. It's clear the once tight-knit reality TV family has been ripped apart by betrayal. Whether Lindsay's alleged actions were out of spite, self-preservation, or something deeper, the damage has been done, and the wounds may be too deep to heal, as Chase concluded in his podcast episode.